When you're going through hell, don't stay there. When you're going through hell, don't stay there. Why would you want to stay there?
Welcome to the Mind Over Money podcast with Jessen James, the only podcast you need to tune into each week to grow your personal, professional, and financial life. Join entrepreneur, investor, and multi-award-winning international speaker Jessen James as he shows you how to take control of your mind to create the life, income, and career you deserve. Here's your host, Jessen James.
Maybe right now you're in a situation in your life where you feel like you want more out of your life, but you're not quite sure how to get there. Possibly you've been through a lot of trouble right now. Maybe you've been through some pain, some hardship. You've been through some challenging times, but we're going through some crazy times. And that's not just from the economy perspective. A lot of people now are getting unwell, whether that's physically, emotionally, but also mentally as well. And it's really, really struggling. It's a big struggle for people. Or maybe you're in a situation right now where, you feel a bit stuck. You feel like you're on a hamster wheel and all you're doing is going round and round and round. And every single day feels like Groundhog Day. Every day feels the same. Every day feels like it's, repeating itself. And you feel like there is no way out. Well, I want you to think for a moment. What if right now you could have whatever you want? Just think for a second. Imagine right now you are 10 out of 10 in your health. You're fitter, stronger, and more vibrant than you've ever been. What if right in this very moment, money isn't a worry? Just imagine that for a second. You wake up in the morning and you never have to worry about money. Imagine right in this very moment, you're in a situation where you have your dream career. You have your best life going on. You're doing the things that you want. You're no longer listening to other people and you finally feel free. I just want you to imagine for a moment. How does that feel? Being free, living life on your terms, being who you want to be. And by the way, everyone should be typing 1, because if you're not, you may as well leave the webinar right now. Why? Because it's probably not going to help you. All right. If you don't believe being free is something you deserve, then, maybe you shouldn't be here, because I believe you all deserve it. All of us do. Whether that's emotional freedom, spiritual freedom, financial freedom, it doesn't matter. Okay. Every single one of you deserve that. So look, here's the thing. If right now you're not living the life you want, and there are things in life that you do want and you haven't quite got them yet, if there's an area of your life right now that you want to change, understand that it's possible, and I'll show you why in a second, and understand this as well. It doesn't mean because you haven't got it yet that you can't get it. Please understand that, all right? Sometimes we try and we fail. We try and we fail. In fact, if you feel like you've been trying, you have been trying. Like, Jess, I've been doing everything. I've been trying everything. Yes, absolutely. Okay, you're not alone. A lot of us are. We're trying. But let me just ask you to do me a favor. Don't quit. Don't quit. Look, you've been suffering anyway. You may as well get paid for it, okay? You've been suffering anyway. You may as well see it through and get paid for it. Yes, give me a 2 if you agree with me. Absolutely. And look, here's the thing. It was Winston Churchill that said, when you're going through hell, don't stay there, all right? When you're going through hell, don't stay there. Why would you want to stay there? Keep moving, all right? So don't change what you want in life. Don't give up on your goal. Give up on the strategy that you're using right now. It's the strategy that doesn't work, not the goal, okay? Whatever way you're trying to break through to the life you deserve right now, that's not working. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this training. So change the strategy, and I'll show you how in a moment. And then you will get to where you want to go. So the strategy I want to talk to you about is how to remove roadblocks and truly become the most unstoppable version of yourself. I want you to picture for a moment, you're unstoppable in all areas of your life, in your health, in your wellness, in your money, in your career, in your relationships. Like, think about for a moment, feeling absolutely unstoppable, like you can take on the world without having to take some drugs to feel that way, or having a drink on a Friday night when you feel like Superwoman or Superman, and then only to come crashing down in the morning anyway. Yes. Now, look, here's the thing. If you want to get there, you've got to do something different. And I want to help you do that. Now, why should you take what I'm saying seriously? Please listen to me for a second. All right. People attend trainings all the time. This training, I've not charged you a penny for. I have no intention of charging for this kind of training. I want to give you some resources. Now, let me explain something to you. Why should you pay attention to what I'm saying right now? look, your emotions, your belief system, the way that you look at the world, it will either give you an incredible life or give you more of what you're already getting right now. Life happens for us, not to us. But many people don't look at it that way. You see, we're going through a life where people are reacting, not responding to life. We're reacting to the economy. We're reacting to what's going on in the news. We're reacting to certain people around us. We're reacting to people in our life. And I want you to understand something. If you keep on reacting instead of responding, you are always going to be in a situation where you feel out of control. You see, successful people have understood something. It's very simple. If you can learn how to respond, not react, everything changes. But the problem with people who react is that they're not in tune with their emotion. They allow their emotions to dominate them, which means they react to stuff, they don't respond. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, picture this for a minute. If you were frightened of something, maybe frightened of losing your job, frightened of losing your house, frightened of losing some money, chances are you would react to that fear. You'd react, you'd do something crazy, whether that's to defend it, whether that's to, push yourself, whether that's to make some crazy decisions. Think about it, up and down the country. Yeah, I'm in property, okay? And I see it happen to people all the time. I see people who are unfortunately about to lose their house, about to get repossessed. And guess what happens? Someone comes along and makes them a ridiculously low offer on their property to take the burden away from them. And then they buy this property from them at what we call BMV, below market value. And now the person who bought that house has lost money on that house, but in their head, oh, I don't have to worry about getting my house repossessed anymore. But check this out. They reacted. They didn't respond. They, in the moment, reacted and sold their property for less. Now, here's what happens when you react. You usually regret it later on. Look, this is life. This is how it is. A lot of us are doing that. We're always reacting to things. And if you track back to what has made us react, it's usually our emotion. It's usually our emotion. So you've got to understand something. This, what I'm sharing with you right now, I want to teach you how to respond, not react. Because look, let's be honest. We've just seen it in the news recently, okay? We all know what happened at the Oscars, okay? There was a certain individual who decided to get up, react to a situation, and slap someone. Give me a 2 down below if you understand what I mean, please. Give me a 2 down below if you understand what I mean. Yes, we all saw it in the news. They lost the plot, they slapped someone, they reacted, and then later on they gave a speech apologizing for their behavior, okay? Look, don't be that person who has to apologize all the time. Don't be that person who always has to apologize for their behavior. Learn to respond, not react to stuff. Now, look, why should you listen to me? If you haven't done so already, do me a favor, take a screenshot of this right now and just connect with me across my social platforms. Connect me on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you want to hang out with me. Go and connect with me and you'll learn a lot more about me. Now, one of the things you need to understand about why I'm so passionate about what I do today, and many of you, hopefully you know who I am and you know my story, but if you don't, real quick, I'm an ex-psychiatric nurse turned entrepreneur, which is why, for me, mindset is always going to be at my core. Your mental wellness is always going to be at my core. It's one of the fundamental pillars of absolutely everything that I do, absolutely everything that I stand for. So you've got to understand something. For me, being an ex-psychiatric nurse, everything I do revolves around mindset. I'm trained in NLP, hypnotherapy, timeline therapy. I'd like to think I know how the human brain works. Now, why am I sharing that with you? Because look, by changing this, I've been able to create an incredible life, not just for me. We're not just one of financial freedom and joy, but for my clients as well. I now get to do the things that I want to do. I live a pretty cool life. I do what I want, when I want, with whoever I want. And guess what? I don't feel trapped anymore. I don't feel trapped by the opinion of others. I don't feel trapped by society. I couldn't really care less what the economy or government are doing right now because I've created my own economy. Give me a 1 down below if that makes sense, please. Give me a 1 down below if that makes sense. Yes. Once you learn how to create your own life, everything else around you doesn't matter, which means you've got more time to respond, not react to situations. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't think I'm the kind of guy who has zero problems. Don't think I don't experience challenges. I experience challenges every day, both personal, professional, and financial. However, I'm better equipped to respond to them, not react to them. And that's what I really wanted to share with you right now. So I have a question for you. Why are you here? Why are you here? Let me know in the chat box. Why are you here? Why are you here? Let me know in the chat box. What's brought you on this training? I'm curious. Let's have a look. I'm going to go through some of the comments. I won't name your names because some of them might be personal, okay? Heal past trauma, to be unstoppable. What else we've got? To continue investing in you, to learn something new, to heal, to connect, to correct my strategy, to learn how to better myself because you want to become unstoppable, to learn better ways of doing things, to improve, release blocks, love to learn from me. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. You feel stuck in a rut, to share to do my share to create a better world. Love that. To be the best version of me, to continue investing in myself, to learn, to grow, to better me. Look at these beautiful reasons. And someone said that because one can never get enough of Jessen James. I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And look, here's the thing. I'm glad you're being open and honest with yourself. Now, some of you have been honest and said that you want to heal from past trauma. You want to overcome your blockages. You want to improve your life. You want to get better. Some of you want to help other people. Some of you want to become the best version of yourself. And that's all cool, all right? But you've got to ask yourself something. If you haven't got what it is that you want, then there's clearly something holding you back. And it typically stems in the form of your behavior. Look, if you want better results, you've got to behave differently. Think about it, okay? For example, for those of you wanting to heal past trauma, if you keep thinking about the thing that caused the trauma, is it going to make you feel good or bad about yourself? Let me know in the chat box. If you keep thinking about the thing that made you feel traumatized, is it going to make you feel good or bad? Yes, it's going to make you feel bad, clearly, okay? So if you continue to behave like that, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to carry on having this trauma bother you, make you feel bad. Now, check this out. When you think of the thing that made you feel the way you're feeling and you start to feel bad, what does it do for your mood? What does it do for your state? It affects your state. Your state affects your decision-making. Your decision-making affects your behavior. Your behavior affects your results. So how does it even make logical sense to actually carry on thinking about that thing that made you hurt, that thing that harmed you, that thing that made you traumatized, whatever you want to call it? So you've got to understand that. If you think of it like this, your behavior is what's getting you the results that you've got in life right now. All of you, whether you class yourself successful or not, have already achieved some level of success in your life. How do I know that? Because you're still here. You're still here. You woke up this morning, so that means you're already successful. It's got nothing to do with how many zeros you've got in the bank. You've got to understand that. So you've got to ask yourself, what behavior of mine right now is preventing me from becoming even more successful? You've got to understand this, all right? My belief is this: you're already stars. All that you need to do is shine a little brighter. Some of you think that, hey, you know what? I've not made it yet. I'm not good enough. I haven't succeeded. I don't deserve it. Give me a 1 down below if you've ever caught yourself saying that before, please. That I'm not good enough. I don't deserve it. This will never happen for me. Yeah, things are always going to be bad for me. Like, yeah, look all the ones popping up. I respect you guys for being honest, right? Big love to you, because it takes a lot of courage to admit that. But you've got to ask yourself something. If you keep on giving yourself those labels, you will never become what you want to become. So my advice to you is this: you're already a star. You're already incredible. Life just beat the crap out of you a bit and took it out of you. And I'm here. Maybe I've just stopped by today to remind you that you're incredible, that you're beautiful, you deserve better, you deserve more. And even if you don't believe it right now, borrow my belief in you until you're ready to step up. All right. So look, let me ask you a question. If we know our behavior is what stops us from achieving our goals, but our behavior is also the things that will help us achieve our goals, then let me ask you a question. What do you think shapes your behavior? Let me know in the chat box. Let me know in the chat box. And by the way, you're all very welcome for those of you who are posting nice stuff in the chat box. I appreciate you. Yes. What do you think? Yeah, look, so what we got, what shapes your behavior? We've got, let's see what we've got. We've got beliefs, mindset, thoughts. What else we got? Belief system, past experience, limiting beliefs. Let me know what shapes our behavior. Yeah, you've got loads of people saying beliefs, habits. Yeah, your environment, your surroundings, actions, mindset, drivers, your emotions, other perceptions, yourself, values, network, learning from gurus like me. Love that. Not being accountable, habits. Yeah, people you surround yourself with, discipline, habits. Look, all of those are right in a certain extent. They're all correct to a certain extent, okay? What I was extremely proud of, by the way, I just want to say I'm proud of every single one of you who answered that. Most of you were not blaming somebody else. Most of you. Think about that. That's really powerful. Think about it for a second. A lot of us were not blaming others, okay? A few of us said our environment, our people around us. It's not necessarily the environment or the people around us, it's how we internalize people around us and the environment. But a lot of you actually didn't blame yourselves. So give yourselves, didn't blame other people. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. That's very, very powerful. In fact, very interesting. So I'm proud of you. First and foremost, you're already on your way to success. You've accepted that your behavior is not someone else's fault. It's your fault, okay? So here are the two things that shape your behavior, your values and your beliefs. Those are the two things. Please write this down. Those two things shape your behavior, plain and simple, okay? Your values and your beliefs. So let's break it down. Let's break it down. What are values? Well, values are actually something that you deem important to you, something that you deem important to you. So things like family, loyalty, honesty, trust, integrity, security, freedom, happiness, joy, love, laughter. These are the things that you hold as important to you. They're important to you, okay? Now, give me a 1 down below if any of those things I just said are important to you, like family, friendship, loyalty, honesty, integrity, freedom, security, happiness, joy, compassion. Yeah, lots of you. Okay, fantastic. All right, so that's what a value is, something that's important to you. Yeah, like something that's important to you. All right, family values, those sort of things.
Hey, it's Jessen James here, founder of Unstoppable You, and right now my guess is you're curious. Maybe you're in a situation right now where you want more out of life and you just don't know how to get there. You're in a job or in a situation that's making you feel trapped and you want to break free from that situation. Well, look, come and join us at Unstoppable You. This is a 3-day live immersive experience on how to leave whatever's in the past and break through to the future that you deserve. There's a link. My advice is click on it, get yourself booked in before the tickets run out. I promise you it'll be the best 3 days that you spend so you can unlock the rest of your future and live the life that you truly deserve. And I look forward to seeing you there.
So I have a question for you. Where do our values stem from? Where do our values stem from? Someone let me know down below. Where do you think your values stem from? Remember, this is a training, it's interactive, okay? I'm not here to just talk at you. I want to engage with you so you stay awake, all right? So where do our values stem from? Let's see what we've got. We've got things like beliefs, childhood, upbringing, adult life too, yeah, yourself, ourselves and others, such as parents, childhood, family, resilience, childhood. There's lots, yeah, look, upbringing, okay? Yeah, typically, okay? So write these down. These are where our values actually stem from. Please write them down. This is where our values actually stem from. Family and friends, school, Yeah, think about it. There's family. Think about when you were growing up. Yeah. Give me a one down below if your parents told you always look after your family. Give me a one down below if anyone ever grew up with that. Like, always look after your family. Yeah, family first. Look after your family. Yeah. I was told that a lot when I was growing up. That was something that was instilled into me. Look after your family. Okay. So for me, it's not just family, it's my extended family, my friends, people like you guys. If you're on here, if you follow me, if you work with me, if you connect with me, ask any of my clients. I see them as my family and I've always got their back. Okay. So that's something that's important to me, my family. Okay. Now give me a 2 down below if you grew up and you were told to always tell the truth. Give me a 2 down below if you grow up and you was always told to tell the truth. Be honest. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So honesty, that might be something that stemmed from growing up, your childhood, family and friends. Okay. So where else? Schools. Okay. Here's where I see a lot of parents not understanding why their children are behaving in a certain way. So let me explain what I mean. Sometimes children, as they grow up and develop in school, they start to act out in a way that's not in alignment with their parents' values. Okay. Now, what do I mean by this? For example, if one of your values is to believe in yourself, okay, believe in yourself, but your child starts to grow up with a lack of confidence, okay, here's what's probably happening. No matter how much you tell them to believe in yourself and be confident, they're probably spending more time with someone at school, teachers and friends who actually aren't very confident, and therefore they're mimicking that person's behavior instead, okay? You'd be surprised how many children learn their teachers' values over their parents' values. Now, let me explain why that happens. They spend more time with their teachers than they do their parents at times. Now, look, it doesn't have to be that way. You could be a parent who doesn't have to go to work and spend more time with your kids, but I know it's hard because you've got to work. You've got to go out and work. You've got to go out and support your family. And you get stuck in this catch-22 situation where you want to be there for your kids, but all this time's going ahead and your child is actually picking up the teacher's values. Now, let me give you an example of this. About 3 years ago, my eldest son, Darson, came home and he told me, Daddy, there's a kid in school. He keeps chasing me around the playground. He keeps grabbing me by my coat and he throws me on the floor all the time. And I said, well, okay, these things happen, son. So what did you do about it? Did you speak to the teacher? And he said, yes, Daddy, I spoke to the teacher. I said, what did the teacher say? And he said, the teacher told me to stay away from him. Now, look, logically, it makes sense. Logically, it makes sense. Stay away from the person who keeps trying to throw you to the floor. However, I didn't agree with it. Why? Because the teacher was installing their values into my child. They were trying to teach my child avoidance behavior. Now, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying here, but let me explain. That teacher was doing the best with the resources that they have. That's their strategy. Their value is be safe, not stand up for yourself. Give me a 1 if this is making sense, please. Give me a 1 down below if this is making sense, yeah? That teacher's values were better be safe than stand up for yourself. So what would that teacher do in that situation? Stay away from the aggressor. Stay away from the bully. That's what's going on. And they were passing that down onto my child. Now imagine I don't have conversations with my child and instill my values in them. What could possibly have happened to my child as they get older? They would start running the pattern of avoidance behavior. Why? Because they inherited the values of a teacher. Give me a 2 down below if this is making sense, please. Okay, hopefully this is fitting in with what I'm saying right now. Yes, thank you for all the 2s. I appreciate the interaction. All right. What else? What else forms our values? Religion. When you're growing up, if your family are religious, they may instill certain values from a religious background into you. There are certain things that you can and can't do based on your religion, okay? Our environment. they shape our values as well, our environment where we grew up in, okay? There's certain environments where it's perfectly okay to do certain things, and there are environments where it's not acceptable to do certain things, okay? So our environment, right? And then the media. Think about it, especially in this day and age, children have access to more media than we did years ago, right? When I was growing up, I'm an 80s baby. When I grew up in the 80s, we had, news and newspapers. We didn't have internet. We didn't have social media. We didn't have all of this stuff. But there's so much more going on in the media right now that's so easy for children to access. It's just crazy out there, okay? So all of these things shape our values, okay? Now, what's a belief? What's a belief? Well, let me explain what a belief is. So we know what a value is. A value is something that is important to us. Honesty, loyalty, trust, integrity, love, compassion, happiness, friendship, joy, freedom, security, whatever you want to call it. These are things, values that are important to us, okay? Now, what's a belief? Well, here's my definition of a belief. You may want to write it down. A belief is something that you hold to be true. Please write it down. A belief is something that you hold to be true. So if you believe that it's hard to make money, then that is something that you hold to be true. Something that you hold to be true. If you believe that it's better to be safe than sorry, then that is something that you hold to be true. Okay. Now, where do our beliefs stem from? Someone let me know down below. Where do our beliefs stem from? Learned behavior. Where else? Self-development, parents, experiences, parents, teachers, peers, teachers, parents, experiences. Technically, there's some truth to what you're saying. There is some truth. However, the real place that our beliefs stem from are our values. Our beliefs stem from our values. For example, if security is important to you, safety is important to you, your belief will be it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, so if you believe if your values are safety, as in safety is really important to you, like security is really important to you, then you believe it's better to be safe than sorry. Give me a 1 down below if that makes sense, please. Yes. Okay, so your values actually create your belief system. I want you to imagine for a moment, your values are on the bottom here. They sprout or give birth to your belief system. So every value that you hold to be true is something that every value that you deem as important has a belief attached to it. For example, give me a 2 down below if honesty is one of your values. Honesty. Give me a 2 down below. If like you know your honesty is something that's important to you. People being honest, integrity, things like that. Okay, great. Okay. Now, if you feel that honesty is something important to you, your belief is everyone should tell the truth. Give me a 1 down below if that makes sense. Yeah. If honesty is important to you, your belief that sprouts from that is everyone should tell the truth. Okay, look, all the ones coming up, it makes sense, right? So can you see now how if you look at your values, you will see why you believe certain things, all right? Now, let me explain something to you. There's such a thing called belief and value alignment. What do I mean by this? Okay, if you have a value, that's something that's important to you, and you also have a belief, then they must align. Otherwise, you won't get to where you want to be. All right. For example, give me a 2 down below if freedom is important to you as a value. Give me a 2 down below if being free from rules, free from other people telling you what to do, free from people pushing you around. Give me a 2 down below if that's you. Okay, good, fantastic. So freedom is important to you. So if freedom is important to you, give me a 1 down below if you believe that people should leave you to live your life the way you want to. Give me a 1 down below. If freedom's important to you, give me a 1 down below if you believe people should let you live your life. Give me a 1 down below. Yes, absolutely. People should believe that you should live your life because freedom's important to you. Now, check this out. A lot of people say it, but they don't do it. Now, give me a 2 if you know people like that. They believe people should let them live their lives, but they still live their lives listening to other people. Give me a 2 if you know people like that. And maybe that person's closer to home than you think. Right? Think about this. Now, here's where belief and value alignment are misfiring. Let me explain what's going on. They believe you should let me live my life. I believe you should let me live my life, mind your own business. But their value of safety and security and stability is actually stronger than their value of freedom. Therefore, they continue to let people tell them what to do. There are people right now who believe that their employer should leave you alone and let you live your life, let you do what you want. Yet there's people who stay in jobs that they don't like, they tolerate it, and they want to be free. Why do they stay in a job that they don't like? It's because freedom isn't important enough. Otherwise, they'd leave. Give me a 1 down below if you've ever done that before. Stayed somewhere because it was comfortable. Be honest. You stayed in a job. You stayed in a relationship. You tolerated stuff because it was comfortable. Yeah. But deep down, you didn't want to, but you did it anyway. Here's why. Your belief that you should be free was not in alignment with your value of freedom. What was in alignment instead is your belief of being free was actually being compromised by your value of security. I'd rather be safe than sorry, but I believe I should be free. Give me a 1 down below if this makes sense. Give me 1. Can you see as there's a mismatch going on here? Okay. You can't possibly be free if you value safety more than freedom. Think about that. It doesn't matter how much you believe it, it's not going to work. All right. So look, I want to give you some help whilst you're here right now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do an exercise together. So get your pens and pads and let's do this exercise together. Okay. I want you to, for a moment, I want you to pick an area of your life that you'd like to improve right now. Pick one area of your life that you would like to improve right now. For example, would you like to improve your finances? For example, would you like to have consistent money coming into your life right now? Would you like to have 10 out of 10 health? Would you like to be in the best condition that you could ever be? Number 3, possibly your relationship. Let's look at your relationship. Would you like to have your best relationship in the world? Would you like to have the best career or business in the world? What is it? Just pick an area of your life that you'd like to improve right now. Just pick it right on a piece of paper, okay? And if you're comfortable, type it in the chat box. Let me know which area of your life that would you like to improve. Pick one, not all of them. Just pick the one that if you improve that one area of your life right now, everything else would actually start to be okay. Yes, be honest with me. All right. So what we've got relationship, finances, financial health, home space. Yes, your home, finances, career, finance, relationships, finance, relationships, finances, health, finance. There's a lot of money. People want to make money. Okay, it's cool. It's all good. Yeah. Money, relationships, business, motivation, mental strength, finances, happiness, finance, all that kind of stuff. All right, good. All right. So here's the thing. I appreciate you being honest with me. Now, I want you to imagine for a moment that area of your life is now solved. It's now solved, okay? You've got the money, or you've got the relationship, you've got the career, you've got the business. I want you to imagine right now it's done. You've got it. Let's say I wave a magic wand right now and you have it. It's done, okay? I want you to write on a piece of paper right now 3 things. What can you see now your life has improved in that area? What can you hear now your life has improved in that area? And what can you feel now your life has improved in that area? Write that down for me, please. Okay? Write that down. What can you see? For example, if your money's sorted, can you see yourself living in your dream house? Can you see yourself having happy experiences with your children and your families? What can you see? What can you hear? Can you hear your children happy and laughing and smiling because you're able to give them the best life? Can you hear people telling you that they're proud of you? Can you hear the waves crashing on the beach because you're sitting on a beach somewhere? What can you hear? And then what can you feel? Do you feel excitement? Do you feel joy? Do you feel pleasure? Do you feel content? Do you feel, that proud? What do you feel right now? Let me know, okay? Now, give me a 1 down below if you can see good things, you can hear good things, and you can feel good things right now. Give me a 1 down below. If you can see it, you can hear it, and you can feel it. Yes? It feels great, it sounds great, and it looks incredible. Well, guess what, my friends? Later on, whenever you get a chance after this training, just sit down for a moment, close your eyes. Don't do it now because I need your attention on me. But later on, sit down, close your eyes, and I want you to revisit what you can see, what you can hear, and what you can feel. And that, my friends, is what is called a preview of what your life is truly meant to be like. Give me a 2 down below if you'd like to preview that in reality, though, not in your mind, but in reality. Yes, absolutely. Well, that's why I'm here to help you right now. Okay, so hold that thought for a minute. Make sure you park that because that's your homework. You've got to go and do that later on. It's what we call creative visualization. It's like the preview to your future, and it feels incredible. It looks amazing, and you can hear some wonderful things while you're doing it. All right. Now, here's the thing. Knowing that it's possible to improve this area of your life, knowing that it's possible, because it's possible, okay? Why is it possible? Because you just saw it in your head. It's possible. And why else is it possible? Because you know somebody else who's doing it right now, okay? Now, that area of your life that you've picked to improve, give me a 1 down below if you know someone who's already achieved it, or you know of someone who's already achieved that success in that area of their life. Give me a 1 down below. If you know someone already, maybe it's someone you know, a friend, maybe it's, I don't know, me, I don't know. Who do you know? Who do you know already that has achieved what it is that you want to achieve in that area of your life? Okay, fantastic. Okay, now, if you don't personally know someone, do you know of someone? Have you seen someone on TV? Have you seen someone on social media? You don't need to know them personally, but have you seen another human being achieve financial success? Have you seen another human being have an incredible relationship? Have you seen another human being have a booming business? Give me a 1 down below if you've seen somebody else do this. Yes? Okay. So what does that tell you? It's possible. That's the point. It's possible. So knowing that it's possible, I've got another question for you. This is all part of the exercise, okay? So you've picked the area of your life you want to improve. You can see, hear, feel incredible things once you've done that, okay? So you already know it's possible because you've seen somebody else do it, okay? So let me ask another question. What do you need? What do you need to value most in order to achieve this improvement? So basically what I'm trying to say to you is, what value of yours needs to be really important in order for you to achieve that improvement in your life? For example, money. If you want to make more money, which value of yours needs to be more important? Just write it on a piece of paper. Yes? Write on a piece of paper. Okay. It could be self-worth. People are writing self-worth right now. It could be freedom. Yes. For example, if you want to earn more money, then you need to value your freedom more than the security of what you're currently earning. Otherwise, you'll never take a risk. You'll never ask for a raise. You'll never ask for, a promotion. You'll never ask your clients to pay you more. Yes. So think about it. Which value of yours needs to be the most high in order for you to do this? Okay. Now, hopefully you've all got something. Okay. Relationships, for example, relationships is one that people have put down, an area of their life they'd like to improve. So what value of yours needs to be high enough for you to have an incredible relationship? Maybe it's honesty, integrity, trust, love, compassion, whatever it might be. Okay. Now, I've got another question for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being super important, 1 being not that important, in reality, how important is this value to you? So if you've written loyalty, trust, integrity, freedom, let me know. Let me know in the chat box. Yeah. What we got? We've got some 11s. We've got some 10s. We've got a 9. Okay, we're not quite there. We've got 10s. We've got lots of 10s. Okay. So how important is his value to you? Out of 10. 10. Absolutely. Okay. Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. I don't believe you. That's my problem. The reason I don't believe you is because if you truly 10 out of 10 valued that value that you need to hold important to get to where you want to go, you wouldn't be on this training right now. You'd have the money you want. You'd have the job you want. You'd have the career you want. You'd have the relationship you want. You wouldn't even be here. Give me a 1 down below if you understand what I'm saying, please. If it was really that important, would you even be on this training right now? I don't think so, which is why I love you, but understand something. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I love my clients and my friends and my family enough to tell them what they need to hear. And what you might need to hear right now is, I don't believe you. Because maybe, just maybe, you have settled for security over freedom. Maybe you've made security and safety and stability stronger than your value to be free. That's why people stay in relationships that don't make them happy. They'd rather be safe and not rock the boat than set each other free. Give me a 1 down below if this makes sense, please. Give me a 1 if you're following me. I need to see lots of 1s because I want you to take ownership of it right now. Earlier on, you were all very good at taking ownership, okay? So I want to see more ownership, yes? Thank you for being honest and open with me. You see, the problem is this. If you don't shift your values, you'll never achieve your goals in life. Look, life is simple. If you want more out of life, change your values, shift your standards. You get what you tolerate, man. If you are comfortable right now with what you currently make, and you might say, no, Jessen, I'm not comfortable, I need more. I don't agree. I don't agree. Why? Because if you really wanted it and needed it, you'd go and find it. For example, give me a 1 down below if you've been desperate for money before and you managed to find it somewhere. Give me a 1 down below. If you were desperate because you needed this money to pay a bill, help a friend, help a family member, buy your groceries. Give me a 1 down below if you found a way. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. So what was different between then and now? Then you were more desperate. So your value for it shifted higher and you went and did it. You were uncomfortable, which is why you moved forwards. And that's the sad reality of most people. They're too comfortable. You see, it's been said before by my good friend and inspirational mentor, Les Brown, that if you're too casual in life, you become a casualty of life. Please write that down. If you're too casual in life, you become a casualty of life, plain and simple. I want you to understand something, my friends. With all due respect, nobody's coming to save you. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Nobody's coming to save you. In fact, I've got your back. You take my hand, I'll help you get to where you want to go. But I won't do it for you because I can't. I can't do it for you. I'll be your rock. I'll be your guide. I'll be your supporter. I'll be your biggest champion. But you've got to do the work as well. And it won't shift until you start setting new standards for yourself. So here's another piece of homework. After this training, I want you to do yourself a favor. Straight after this training, stay in the energy of the moment. Straight after this training, I want you to make a list of all the things in your life that you are no longer willing to accept. I want you to make a list of the things that you are no longer willing to accept. For example, I'm not willing to accept people talking to me in a certain way anymore. I'm not willing to accept being unhappy in my life. I'm not willing to accept the current money that I earn from my employer. I'm not willing to accept the certain things that people do to me. I'm not willing to accept putting everybody else first anymore. Make a list after this training, not now. I want you to do it after this training. And once you've made that list, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge every single one of you to go over to Instagram or Facebook, and I want you to make a public declaration that I was on a training with Jessen, tag me in it so I can see it, and I've made a declaration to myself that I'm no longer gonna tolerate these things. And the reason I'm asking you to do that is because if you can speak that into existence and you make a public declaration, it's almost like you feel like you've already liberated yourself. Give me a 1 down below if you're going to do this, please. Give me a 1 down below if you're going to do it. And I want, look, if you're not going to step up, then please don't come to my trainings, because I'm not here to help you do more of what you're currently doing. I love you so much that I want you to move. If I can get you to move, I can get you a result. You cannot get any momentum when you're standing still. My goal for you on this training is to get you unstuck. If I can get you unstuck, make a public declaration, it's momentum. Don't worry about the how. Forget the how. Just make a public declaration that I'm not willing to accept certain things anymore, okay? So look, I'm going to be checking out my social media later on this evening. And I'm going to check, personally, not my team, I'm going to be checking out how many of you have tagged me on Instagram? How many of you have tagged me on Facebook? How many of you have made these public declarations? Because I can see all of the ones of the people who said they were going to do it. And we will see. But look, here's the thing. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It's hard when you're on this journey to live your best life. It's hard. I get that. But let me explain something to you. It's okay to fail. It's okay to beat yourself up, okay? It's fine. Look, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with you failing. I'm okay with you beating yourself up every now and then. You're human. I'm okay with you pointing fingers at people every now and then. I'm okay with you making mistakes. I'm okay with you failing. I'm okay with you having bad days. I'm okay with you feeling down at times. I'm okay with you feeling low. I'm okay with you feeling like giving up. But here's the thing, I'm not okay with you. I'm not okay with you quitting. Don't you quit. Don't you ever quit. I'm not okay with that. I know it's hard, but look, it's worth it. And look, here's the thing. So I'm going to help you. I don't want you to suffer in silence anymore. I'm sick and tired of seeing you suffer in silence. And please understand something from me. I've got a big mission. My mission is to improve 1 billion lives. I want to impact and change 1 billion lives. That's my goal. That's my mission. I'm not going to hold back on that. That's my heartfelt project. That's my passion project. It's got nothing to do with money. It's got nothing to do with finances. It's got everything to do with impact. You see, I was put on this earth for a reason, and I finally woke up and figured it out. You see, it was Mark Twain that said, please write this quote down, the 2 most important days of your life, the day you were born and the day you figure out why. Now, here's the thing. I know my why. It's to heal, it's to serve, it's to stop people from living lives that they weren't really wanting to live. Stop playing small, stop being in financial hardship, stop living in the past, stop experiencing trauma and things that have gone on in the past, living in the moment. Because at the end of the day, when you think about trauma, when people are experiencing trauma, they're literally living what happened to them in the past right this very moment. And I'm going to help you. So I've got a question for you. Give me a 1 down below if you've got value from me so far, please. Give me a 1 down below if you've got value from me so far. Okay, this is just a little mini taster of what's possible. I've given you some homework. You need to go and do that homework. You already know that, okay? So look, if you've got value from me so far, I have a question for you. What will happen when you meet me in person for 3 whole days? Give me a 2 down below if you feel that would be beneficial. If you hung out with me for 3 whole days, face to face, not on bloody Zoom, okay? In person. Give me a 2 down below if that would be beneficial to you. Well, look, here's the thing. I'm going to level up. I want you to do something different today. I don't want you to run away anymore, okay? You know why? Because I got your back. And instead of running away from things, why don't we start turning into them? Instead of thinking that it's the end of the road, why don't we understand it's a bend in the road instead? And sometimes you've got to escape your current reality in order to create a new one. Now, look, think about it. We spend so much time going on holidays, going out with friends, going out drinking, distracting from reality because we just want to escape the shackles of what's going on. Be honest with me. Give me a 1 down below if you've ever done this, please. Give me a 1 down below if you've ever done this. You've gone on holiday or gone drinking or engaged in a certain behavior to try and forget and escape your current reality. Yes, we've all done it before. Every single one of us have. All right. So I want you to understand something. If you can run away to temporarily escape your reality, then what if you ran away to me for 3 days and built yourself a new reality? Give me a 2 down below if that would be better than going on a holiday temporarily. Give me a 2 down below. Yeah, so that's my whole point. You've got to understand something. I want to help you over 3 days. Now, many of you will know I'm running Unstoppable You. I've been selling tickets to this online. We've been selling tickets to lots of people. I'm going to do something in a moment that you're not going to find anywhere else apart from here. And you've got to carry on listening to me to get it. Otherwise, you're going to be like everybody else, paying lots of money to come and attend Unstoppable You. So I'll do something special just for you guys. Listen up to me real quick, okay? So what is Unstoppable You? Unstoppable You is my 3-day breakthrough experience. I've just scratched the surface of what we really need to do. I'm not going to let you off the hook. I want to take you over 3 days and I want to do some incredible things with you to help you live that life that you just spoke about earlier on. That life that you can see, the life that you can hear, and the life that you can feel. So what is Unstoppable You? Well, it's a 3-day breakthrough experience with me in person, okay? We start in the morning, we finish early evening. That's how it works, okay? You've got to immerse yourself in this. This is not some kind of escapism. This is you escaping your reality right now so you can design a better one. I promise you one thing and one thing alone. You hang out with me for 3 days, you won't recognize yourself again. I promise you that. No more playing small. No more listening to other people. No more money worries. No more financial difficulty. No more career challenges. No more relationship challenges. No more health challenges. Complete transformation over 3 days. So day one, here's what's going to happen. We're going to bust through absolutely every single belief that's holding you back. You've got beliefs in your head that are holding you back right now. Things like, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve it. I can't afford it. All these beliefs that hold you back, keep you playing small. Some of us say, I don't deserve success. Some of you think that you deserve what you've gotten in the past. Some of you feel like you deserve what you're getting right now. We're going to bust through every single one of those beliefs. Imagine how your life will be when you don't have those beliefs anymore. Imagine you felt truly unstoppable inside. Day two, here's what we're going to do. We're going to completely reprogram and rewire your values so that they are actually reprogrammed to be in alignment with your beliefs. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rewire your values so that you value freedom over safety. I'm going to show you how to actually stop valuing what other people think and start valuing what you think for a change. And then guess what I'm going to do? If you've got past trauma from your childhood, from a relationship, from a loss or bereavement, if you've got some trauma, I'm going to do something that 99% of therapists out there have no clue to do. I'm going to heal you from your past on day two. We're going to go through an incredible process together where I'm going to take away that pain and you will no longer feel it anymore. And that's my promise to you. And I'll tell you why I'm going to do that. Because I'm sick and tired of good people like you running around hurting from your past trauma. Now, some of you don't even know it's happening. Some of you have got hidden trauma that you've buried so deep that you can't even remember what it is. And on day two, we're going to go right back to your childhood before you were 7 years old, and we're going to unpluck that thing and get rid of it for good. And here's my thing. Don't run away from it. If you're scared of turning into your trauma and dealing with it once and for all, then Unstoppable You is not for you. Please understand, I'm not here to give you more of what you're already getting. I'm there to help you transform your life completely. So that means you've got to turn into your challenges and deal with them. But the benefit of coming to Unstoppable You is this. You're going to have me with you. You won't be alone. I got your back. I'm going to help you. On day three, we are going to completely recreate you and design that dream life. Because look, having a dream life is fantastic. We're going to create the goals. We're going to create the vision. We're going to design the life that you actually want. But here's the thing. You need to become somebody else in order to achieve that life. So not only are we going to get rid of the beliefs on day one, reprogram your values and heal from past trauma, we're going to actually recreate yourself and your dream life on day 3. It's a powerful 3-day thing. Now, look, I ran this actually as a 2-day event in December 2020 for my birthday. I actually gave it away as a gift, as a birthday present to people. And I've redesigned the entire program to make it a 3-day thing where we can meet face-to-face in person. Let me explain why. Because I want to help you properly over 3 days and not just scratch the surface. Now, before I give you the dates, I want to be very, very clear who it's for, who it's not for. If you're someone right now that is worried about, confronting your fears, then don't come and hang out with me, because I can't help you. Look, you're going to need to want the help, all right? If you're someone right now who's not very coachable, as in you're someone who's got a blockage around taking advice from people, don't come and hang out with me, because I can't really help you. If you're also someone who thinks that you're going to be able to YouTube your way to success all the time for free, then Unstoppable You is not going to be for you. However, if you're someone who deserves better, you believe deep down that you've had a hard time and you just need some help to get back on your feet, you've accepted the fact that it's not going to get any easier unless you do something about it. And let's be honest, if you're someone right now who knows in your heart that maybe I'm the person who can help you go there, then come and spend 3 days with me in person. And just so you're clear, at Unstoppable You, it's not one of those events that you turn up to and we sell you stuff. It's not like that. We're actually making money from Unstoppable You through sponsorship, which is why I'm about to do what I'm about to do. We're getting paid by sponsors. We've got people who are sponsoring the event. That's how we're able to run the event without actually having to sell stuff to you guys at the event. So if you're thinking you're going to turn up and there's going to be some kind of pitch fest where people are going to be selling loads of stuff to you, you're completely wrong. We're not going to be pitching all these things to you. It's just for you guys to have 3 days of immersion with us. Please understand that, because I'm sick and tired of people coming to these 3-day experiences and then they're there to change their lives. And all of a sudden, this person's selling them this course, this person's selling them that program, this person's selling them this. And before you know it, instead of changing their lives over 3 days and focusing on themselves, they've now created a new problem for themselves. For those of you who've been to events like this, you know what I mean, right? You turn up there to work on yourself. You've already bought a ticket. And then they keep on selling you loads of different things and create more freaking problems for you. That's not happening at my event. I'll tell you that now, okay? I want you to have complete immersion and transformation whilst you're there. So this is why the Unstoppable You event is not free. It's 3 days in person with me. If it was a Zoom call, I might be able to put it on for free. Why? Because I don't have any running costs. But look, I've got to book out thousands, tens of thousands of pounds for hotel fees, AV equipment, my team, materials, workbooks, all that kind of stuff. So look, it's not going to be free. However, I've got something for you guys right now that I've made it incredibly affordable for you. All right. So here's the dates. Please write them down. The dates have not showed up for some reason on my screen, but that's okay. Write these dates down for a reason that will become apparent right now. Please write them down. If someone else can write the dates in the chat box, that would be great. 27th to the 29th of May in London. Write them down right now. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 27th to the 29th of May in London. Thank you, you guys who are writing it in the chat box. I appreciate you. Yes, 27th to the 29th of May in London with me in person. Okay, now look, it is live, it is in person. With all due respect, you've got to make the effort. Okay, like I said, you'll happily get on an aeroplane. You'd go to the airport, get on an aeroplane, fly to another country, book a hotel, stay somewhere else for temporary pleasure for holiday. Why don't you come and hang out with me in London for 3 days and completely transform your life? Okay, so what is the investment to attend Unstoppable You? Remember, it's for you to hang out with me for 3 days and there's no pitch fest selling you loads of stuff and all this kind of jazz. All right. So what's the investment? Well, let me explain something to you. My training events are not cheap. My clients pay thousands of pounds to work with me. In fact, there's quite a few of my clients that are on this call right now. If any of my clients are here, just drop a 1 in the chat box if you know that my events are not cheap. Please give me a 1 down below if you've worked with me before and you understand that my events are not cheap. They are not cheap. Clients pay thousands of pounds. Okay. So here's the thing though. I want to break something in the personal development industry that I feel is broken. I think there's people out there like you who need help. I think there's people out there right now who want the help. I think there's people out there right now who deserve the help, if I'm very, very honest. And you're not being given that opportunity because people are charging you thousands of pounds to attend courses like, I don't know, Tony Robbins and all this kind of stuff. And you have to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. Why should it be expensive for you to change your life? Give me a 2 down below if you agree this should be affordable for everyone. Give me a 2 if you agree that you shouldn't have to be a gazillionaire and have loads of money in the bank just to get the help that you need. You shouldn't have to do that, okay? So my training events are not cheap. They're not cheap, okay? But here's the thing. I don't want you to pay that much at all. I don't actually want you to pay that much at all. So I want you, for 3 days, just so you know, usually in person with me, it's going to run you between £1,500 to £2,000, okay? It's not cheap. However, here's what I've designed. I've designed Unstoppable You so that all of you can attend for less than £100. Less than £100. It's like 30 something pounds per day. Now, give me a 1 down below if you understand that that's a very good deal, please, for less than £100. Okay. Yes, exactly. But I'm going to go a step further. Okay. Please understand that's no selling, like pitching loads of crap to you at this event. Please understand that. All right. It's 3 days with me. I've got some world-class speakers coming along as well to help transform you as well, give you some stuff that would normally cost you tens of thousands of pounds to access their knowledge. And I've done that in a way where you can come and hang out with me for less than £100. Now, if you don't think that's a good deal, then you've not educated yourself on what people actually charge to do this, okay? You can get cheap accommodation nearby if you have to. You can car share with your friends. You can travel down. You'll find a way to get here, trust me, okay? It's for 3 days. And I want you to hang out with me. Now, I have to be honest with you. Prices are going up this week, but I've done something exclusive for you right now. It can only be done right now. All right. So I want to explain something to you. Okay. Any one of you right now, and there's a link coming up in the chat box very, very soon. We've got 3 ways for you to access Unstoppable You. Okay. The basic access is going to cost you less than £100. Now, it's still a great ticket because you're still going to get a workbook. You're still going to get a goodie bag. You're still going to get some material whilst you're there. And you're going to get access to all 3 days with me in person. Okay. We have another 2 options. We've got a gold ticket and a diamond ticket. They're not that much more, to be honest. A gold ticket is actually less than £300 if you want one. That will give you gold access to the event. It will give you gold goodie bags. It will give you exclusive priority seating and entrance to the event. So you won't have to wait outside. You can come in early, all that kind of stuff. But it's up to you. I don't mind how you do it. I really don't. But I'm just going to be clear with you. If you take a gold ticket for the first 10 people that take a gold ticket on this training right now, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to have a private mastermind on Zoom with you before we start the Unstoppable You. And that's only for 10. So imagine 10 of you being able to ask me questions directly for a whole hour before attending the training. I can coach you personally before the training. So the first 10 of you that get a gold ticket, and I'll explain how you get a ticket in a minute, I'm going to have a little round table with you. Okay. And by the way, if you've already bought a gold ticket, I'm going to honor that for you as well. So those of you who already bought a gold ticket, if you've already done that, I'm going to give that to you as well, because I want to thank you for attending this evening. All right. I don't want you to feel left out. Okay. Now, if you get a gold ticket, great. For those of you who get a diamond ticket, which is actually front row VIP seating, dinner with me, gala dinner with me, photo opportunities with me, VIP goodie bag, all that kind of stuff. That's all included. If you get a diamond ticket at Unstoppable You, for 5 people only, I can't do it for any more, for only 5 people, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a face-to-face 15-minute one-to-one with me at the event. That means we'll take you backstage, you'll sit with me for 15 minutes privately, and we can work on absolutely anything that you want to work on during that 15 minutes with me. I've been known to transform people's lives in 10 minutes. Imagine what can happen if we spent 15 minutes together face-to-face. If you're hesitating to book a ticket, then chances are coming to Unstoppable You is probably not going to be for you. Why? Because if you have to hesitate to invest less than £100 to transform your life, then maybe transforming your life is not something that you're ready for right now. People will find £100 to go and buy, I don't know, go buy alcohol, buy dinner in a restaurant, go on holiday, go and gamble it away, but they won't find £100 to change their life. Look, I don't need you to buy a gold ticket. I don't need you to buy a diamond ticket. Just grab yourself a silver one if that's all you can afford. Take the rest of the money that you would have used for a gold ticket and book your accommodation or your travel whilst you're there, okay? But for those of you who want a gold ticket, grab one. Once you've got your gold ticket, it's really important because we're going to track it. We'll know who you are, okay, who bought now. We will track who's bought now. And for the first 10 of you, plus anyone that's bought one already from before, you are going to be contacted by my team and you're going to be given a date so you can have a private mastermind session, intimate session with me. Those of you who get a diamond ticket, you're going to have a one-to-one for the first 5 of you with me at the event face-to-face, just you and me, okay? Take you backstage. You can hang out with me for 15 minutes and we can talk face-to-face. I want to do that for you, all right? So the link is there. Get yourself a ticket right now. Remember, day 1, we're going to break those beliefs. We're going to get rid of them for good. Day 2, we're going to completely reprogram your value system, and we're going to heal that emotional trauma that's holding you back. Day 3, we're going to recreate yourself and design the life that you truly, truly, truly deserve, okay? But you must hurry now and go to unstoppableyoulive.com, okay? So here's the thing. We've got some questions popping up, which is really, really important, okay? We've got some questions popping up. Now, here's the thing. If you have already got a ticket because you had a bonus from us at some point, no problem. It's absolutely fine. You should know who you are. The team will already have your name down, okay? If you're someone right now who's a member of Jessen.team and going, do I get a ticket? Some of you actually already have a ticket as part of your membership. Some of you don't. But the point is if you don't know you've got a ticket, it's probably because you don't have one, all right? So my advice to you would be go to the link right now and get yourself a ticket. Just get yourself a ticket, okay? It doesn't matter what level you go for, grab yourself a ticket right now, okay? It's going to be in central London for those of you who are asking, okay? We don't have the exact venue just yet because we're finalizing it right now, but we will have it very, very soon, okay? David, you don't need to buy a ticket if you've already bought one, my friend. If you want to buy one for someone else, you can, but if you've already got one, then that's absolutely fine, okay? Any other questions? Real quick, because I've got to go in a second, all right? No problem. Jocelyn, I believe you're coming over anyway, Jocelyn, in May, aren't you? I think you might be coming over to my speaker training. So if you are, extend your trip a little bit and come to Unstoppable You as well. It'd be great to hang out with you, okay? Who else we got? Anyone else? We don't have any student discounts. That is the discount on the silver ticket. It's very, very low. Look, come on, any students, you find £97 or whatever it is to go out and drink. I'm sure you can find that, okay? So cool. So no worries. Look, we'll tell you the exact details of where it's going to be in London, but it will be in central London. So it'll be very, very easy to get to. So please understand that. Okay. So no worries, Jocelyn. I hope you do sort out your visa issues. I hope you do. Now, look, I got to go. But before I go, I'm going to leave this link hanging up. All right. I'm going to leave this link hanging up. I want you to ask yourself a very serious question. What needs to happen for me to get to Unstoppable You? 27th to the 29th of May. What needs to happen? I don't mind if you only get a silver ticket. I really, really don't mind, okay? Where else are you going to get 3 days in person with no pitching and selling and all this nonsense with live immersion with me in person for less than £100? I don't think you're going to get that. Now, if you come back later on and the ticket price goes up, that's going to be a problem. For those of you who want to access the private round table mastermind with me on Zoom for the first 10 and anyone else who's already got a gold ticket, come and hang out with me. Get a gold ticket right now. If you want to meet me backstage for the first 5 of you, grab a 997 diamond ticket. Grab one. Why not? If you can afford it, get it. Okay. If you can't, it's not a problem. Just get a silver one. All right. But I want you to understand something. I hope you got value from this training. I hope you enjoyed this training. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. I've got so much I want to do for you. Okay. I've got so much I want to give you. I've got so much I want to help you with. So I appreciate every single one of you, and I want you to understand something. I'm going to put a song on in a second, and when this song ends, we're going to look at everyone who's got a ticket, and we're going to see who is actually going to qualify to attend at that price. We want you to take the action. We want you to do it. One last thing. If you're struggling to make the payment because the link isn't working or your card isn't going through or you need to pay in a different way, here's what I need you to do. put your name and number in the chat box right now. Put your name and number in the chat box right now. And the team will call you, ring you, and book you in over the phone, okay? So look, if you want someone to call you and book you in over the phone, put your name and number in the chat box right now. This is really, really important, okay? And by the way, this is including you if you're international. If you're putting your number in the chat box, put your international dialing code on there because we need to know where you're dialing in from. Don't assume we know where you're dialing in from, all right? So just pop your name and number in the chat box right now. If you need someone to speak to you on the phone, help you pay for it over the phone, put your card through, whatever it might be. If you just need to discuss that with someone, do it now. But for the rest of you, go and get your ticket right this very minute, okay? So last thing from me before we wrap up, I just wanted to let you go with this, okay? Life is made for living. And many of us, unfortunately, we don't get to live our lives, you know? So I really want you to have a think about your life right now. No more holding back, no more shackles, no more doing what other people say. Just get on with it and live your freaking life.
You've been listening to the Mind Over Money podcast with Jessen James. Don't forget to subscribe and follow on all the channels, links in the show notes. Please also leave a review and visit www.jessenjames.com to find more resources on how to create the life you deserve.